Workforce Development for the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs in Oregon. The community of Warm Springs is a rural reservation, and one of our big barriers for our youth is that they go off to college in the city and they come home educated with their degrees in their field of study, and then there's no jobs. So that happens quite often on our reservation, and that is how our outstanding participant came to us. He actually graduated with multiple degrees in 1 year. We are located in Central Oregon on a rural reservation. Our membership is about 5,000 members, with the majority of our membership being youth under the age of 25. Jefferson Greene, or his Indian name is Eso, he was named after his grandfather, has truly been a mentor for the youth of our reservation and has shown leadership that many on our reservation would back away from. He most recently ran for tribal council within the last 2 months as a write-in and did awesome. We've never had a young tribal member even attempt to run for tribal council, so he's been outstanding. He has taken leadership roles and stepped up to the plate, and we really appreciate him. It is our honor and our privilege to nominate and share with you all Mr. Jefferson Greene.
Yay. Take some pictures for me too. Okay. Oh, you are? Okay. Yeah. With all of them.
Good afternoon, my friends, my relatives, my people, our Creator. I say blessing when I speak. So I say, our precious Creator, I love you with all our hearts. I thank you for a spiritual day. My grandfather is Isu. My grandmother is Sosoyapam. And my people originate from a valley of the Big River. And it's an honor to be standing up here today. I really appreciate the introduction. I've always wondered if I would do my own introduction, someday in my life. I would kind of go, and ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, a world-renowned Native American of the world. I'm practicing to be a power announcer too. I tell a joke, but they're all pretty nasty. So
Tell us.
my son, he can tell jokes. My son, he's 4 years old, and he's a jokester. He says, "Dad, what do you call a box full of ducks?" "A quacker box." For my beloved son, my pride and joy. Definitely, I live a beautiful life, but I've definitely had to change complete 180 degrees from where I was. Grew up in a great valley. My grandparents, very traditional, on a reservation. Lost them just before my teens. Ended up moving in with a family who was gamblers and drinkers. Was always broke, so decided to turn to street dealings, and got me in a lot of trouble. I had numerous attempts on my life. Been stabbed 5 times, been shot at numerous times, and nearly died at one of those incidents. And my family and friends were told that I wasn't going to make it. But I pulled through. But it didn't change me. I still was very stubborn about what had happened, and I stuck around in that lifestyle. And actually went to college to become a better drug dealer. And studied economics. But realized, I was actually second best. I didn't like that I was using so much that I'd go to class and just be out of it, and couldn't really study that much. And every time I asked a question, all the white people know all the answers, and I was like, man, I'm not going to be second best. So I started to study a lot more, started to push my using habits to the side because I wanted to be really, really good. I wanted to be successful in a legal world. So I went ahead and put my face in the books, got a job in the recording industry, worked as a major recording engineer for the Apollo, and recorded major artists that went through Portland, Oregon for a long time. And then when I had my son, I needed something more consistent, and he was moving back to the reservation, near the reservation with his mother, because she had already graduated. And so I went back to the res too to be an intern, and my eyes were opened like I had never believed, because going to school and working in the industry of entertainment, I was like, I'm going to finish and I'm going to go to LA or go to New York or somewhere big, and never really thought about working for my res. But I went back to the res as an intern, and it became my job to get to know our history. Or I had already been fairly traditional growing up to where I was, but I had lost that in my world of street life. And but I got to know the people. That was my main job, was to get to know the people in our community, and it was like the best job ever. So when I went back, to school and threw myself in every organization I can, and ended up becoming coordinator, chairman, director, activist, everything. And then when I graduated, I came back to the res, and it's like, wow, there's like 7,000 people that live in the res and 3 jobs. And so, and I had like 3 bachelor's degrees, and there was nothing out there for me. So I went to the workforce development department of Warm Springs. I was like, I need a job. And I don't like to talk about my degrees, because, you know, in Indian country sometimes, if you talk about your degrees, man, it's like, oh, well, you think you're better than us. But I'm not better than nobody, so that's kind of a secret. I don't want to talk about my degrees. But I like working for the people. I think the most exciting and inspirational part of my whole life has been working with Native Americans. And I get up every week and have a smile on my face. I got a good attitude, and I like greeting people, and that's how my days are. But I have to call my son every single day. He's like my life. And what's really cool about calling my son is, like, he answers the phone every day as if he hadn't talked to me for a month. Like, we're pretty tight. And so I have a lot of accomplishments in my life, but in all honesty, I've never done anything alone. I may have pursued something just out of the kindness of my heart, but everything has always been accomplished as a team. And I appreciate all my supporters, the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs, warmsprings.com, sacredgroundent.com, the entire staff of Workforce Development of Warm Springs, my son, of course, the entire Greene family of Colville, Warm Springs, Lapway. And I'm really happy to be here for the very first time. I'd like to come next year, hopefully in shape to play in the basketball tournament. Because I'm a little sore from all my dunks and layups. But I didn't get MVP, but I got Cherry Picker of the Year. And I warned my team about it too. But it's really cool to be here, and I hope I did not miss the bus to Acoma, man. So I wanted to keep it short. I had like an hour speech written, but I was like, I gotta get to Acoma, and there's a bus out there probably leaving me. So, but thank you all for being here. I'm really happy to be here with you. Thank you, Corey and everybody.
Now be sure and get pictures of that. Yay. Huh? You got to turn it on auto. On top. On top. On auto.
This is what it's about. This is why we get up in the morning and do what we do. One day we will hear his name called down, and the Academy Award goes to. Well, I had lunch with him in Albuquerque. Give me a ticket. I want to come visit.
Okay, here you go.
You want people